Einstein's big idea was that the amazing speed of light holds the key to everything, from the untold power of the atom to the possibility of time travel. To follow in the footsteps of his genius, imagine the great scientist in a rocket ship floating in deep space. The ship has powerful headlamps, and if Albert switches them on, the light from the lamps races away from him at, of course, the speed of light, 670 million miles an hour. Now imagine that Albert has a twin brother, Bertrand, who also has a spaceship. If Bertrand flies away from Albert at very high speed, let's say half the speed of light, how fast would Bertrand see the light from Albert's headlamps if it overtakes him? You'd think he would see it pass by more slowly because, after all, he's flying along in the same direction. But you'd be wrong. The theory says he would see it pass at the full speed of light. Bertrand's own speed through space makes absolutely no difference.
This prediction of Einstein that the speed of light is the same for everyone is one of the strangest in physics. But it's true. It's been shown by hundreds of experiments. The speed of light is going to be the same, no matter how fast you're moving towards it or away from it.
Even if Bertrand turns around, he would still see the light pass him at the same speed. So what's going on? Welcome to the realm of time travel. Because if both brothers see the same speed, then something else must be changing. And that something is time.
Something has to give, and the things that have to give are space and time. It turns out that if an object is moving fast enough through space, it can alter its passage through time.
This is the famous theory of relativity, and it means there's no one true time. Time is flexible. The rate at which it passes depends on how fast you're going. The effect is not just theoretical, it has real, everyday implications. A satellite that orbits the Earth at 20,000 miles per hour experiences 0.02 of a second less per year than the rest of us down on Earth. The onboard computers have to be programmed to take this into account. Otherwise, the satellite's clocks would run constantly slow. If Bertrand's ship had some suitable equipment, we could see this mysterious effect for ourselves. This device is a light clock. Two mirrors that face each other with a particle of light or photon bouncing between them. Each bounce is one tick of the clock, and in the right hands, such a clock shows directly how time is changed by speed.
These ticks would normally occur millions of times per second, but we have slowed it down to show how this clock works and how the motion of it will affect the rate of ticking. You'll notice that the clock is ticking more slowly as I move it. Why is that? Well, the photon is making a zigzag path to reach one mirror and then the other. That's a longer path that the photon has to take. And that means that it takes more time to make that path. So the clock is slowing down.
This is where physics and science fiction collide. Time for the moving clock runs slow, although if you travel with it like Bertrand, you are not aware of the change, because everything happening on board, including the beating of your heart and the functioning of your brain, would slow down by the same amount. The faster Bertrand travels, the further the photon has to go between ticks, and the slower time passes for him. What might be an hour for Bertrand could be 100 years for the rest of us. he would in effect be traveling 100 years into the future.